welcome back and good morning. Another beautiful morning here, day 4, raw vlogging it. I took yesterday off, so it's not consecutive from the last video. I had a lot of stuff going on with my daughter and some stuff that I had to take care of. But yeah, we're back today and this is day 4. So a couple things I need to do is I have a homie's engine that showed up for his black car here. I get my engines from JDM Engine Bay. They hook me up, you know, are really good about bringing me engines and stuff for like homies and people that I take care of and people's cars that I work on. So yeah, big shout out to Gio over at JDM Engine Bay. I have to get this engine ready for implant. So I'm gonna have to take off like some of the cut wire harnesses, the cut hose pieces, and do some stuff like that. Another thing you guys can see from the last video, Elijah's car is back. He picked it up in the last video because he was taking it down to Southern California to see some friends, but now it's back. I guess he was dogging it out there and you know, broke like a motor mount, and I got to go over a couple things for him. But so this is another project that we're going to be taking care of today, and then hopefully I'll be able to have some time to let me turn the light on. It's like gonna be dark in here if I walk in any farther. Hopefully I'm gonna have time to take care of like the diff stuff. I really want to do the diff video for the supercharged car. Like I told you, taking it out, swapping, blah blah blah. So hopefully we're gonna have time to do that today too. So today's gonna be kind of a busy day. I don't really have a whole lot going on except for work, so that's what we're gonna be doing. The girl just left about a half hour ago. She's going to her job, and so yeah, we're kind of just here today kicking it. So let's get started. All right, first things first, I think we're probably gonna get started on the engine mount first. It's probably gonna take the longest, and then you guys can see the sun kind of comes over the house and goes this way. So once the sun comes over the house, I'll lose all this shade. While it stays the coolest, the car parked here, I can't really take my white car out right now, so I gotta do stuff in the driveway. So I think we're gonna change the engine mount first, and then we'll go from there. I gotta show you guys this. Look how bad the engine is. If I go flat, you can see how tilted it is. So on the VQ engines, the driver's side mount is like really the weak spot. So after you're dogging it, or you know, after it decides to brake, the engine will actually bounce back and forth, and it actually bounces out of its hole and then gets caught. So if you guys ever see the shifter on the inside at the wrong spot, or the engine in the engine bay like this, chances are the driver's side mount is probably broken. So he actually told me that his shifter, his first, is actually in like the 3rd position where it should be. So I knew that the engine was tweaked. And then yeah, sure, after opening up the hood, you guys can see just how bad this is. So we got to remedy this. So I'm gonna pull this off, and we're gonna see about going this way. Yeah, you guys can see down there. I wish I could put the camera in a little bit farther, but yep, it's sitting actually on top of that mount. So I just have to loosen up that nut. Hopefully it's not that tight, and then I'll jack the engine up and pull that out. All right, so new engine mount in, old engine mount out. Kind of show you, this is how they break. The top part actually separates. This part is what goes, actually, take that off real quick. But this actually sits in here like this, and then as it gets vibration, it pulls, and then it eventually pulls apart. So what you saw with the engine sitting all weird is this actually bounces up and sits on here and causes the engine to tilt. So that one's all bad. But now all I need to do is tighten the bolt on the bottom, put this back together, and we are done with the engine mount. All right, so for now, this car is done. I need to adjust the rear e-brake and go over a couple other little things, but besides that, we're gonna get started on tearing this part apart so that way we can get it ready for the harness and all of the stuff that's actually gonna be going on this motor. All right, so I'm kind of laying out just all the stuff that I know I'm gonna need to get all the stuff off of there that I don't need. So then I'll bring all this over there and we'll get started. All right, everything including my coffee is ready to go. So let's tear this apart. All right, and so you guys see all the stuff pulled off. I have to do this with every single engine that I swap, because when the junkyard or whoever takes the engine out, they literally just cut all the way around it and then take it out. So during like the process of swapping over engines, I take off all of the old cut stuff and hoses and all that other stuff, and make sure that the mounts are the correct mounts. There are actually 2 different lengths on here, so we got to make sure that those have the right ones. But everything on here is pretty much done for what it needs to be right now. This AC compressor actually is the right one for his car, so I'm actually going to probably leave that on. His has actually been sitting in a box somewhere in there for a while. So we're gonna try this. If not, we'll try his other one, but I think that one should be okay. He's got an AC condenser and stuff coming too. But you can see full walk around. I have to go over and, like, you can see I have to be really careful, because during shipping and stuff like that, you can see there's this hose, it's broken here. If this was on here, it would leak. So I got to replace this or cut this back, and make sure that this one is all good to go. Make sure this one didn't get pierced. So a lot of times in the shipping, all of the hoses and stuff get pierced just by being thrown in the truck or whatever. So, but everything else looks good. I'll kind of wash it off one more time, and then we're gonna get his harness out of the car and kind of start putting it on here. I don't know if we're gonna do that right now, but I do need to take it out of the car and see kind of what connections it has. Also, one thing on here, you can see this green connector is actually a narrowband O2 sensor, and so that means that this came out of an O3. O3 is the only one that used narrowband. After that, this connector is actually a 6-pin and will be a wideband. So I do have to change these. His, I think, is an O5, so we'll be changing those. But other than that, engine looks good. Not really any complaints, just typical stuff I'm gonna have to change anyway. All right, everything put away, thrown away, cleaned up. It's probably like, actually, let me check and see. It's 9:30. Before it gets too hot, I think I'm gonna take the dog for a walk, and then I wanna run and wash the new car because it's already getting disgusting. So I have a couple of errands I'm gonna run this morning, and then we'll get back on the cars. There you go. It's under here. All right, are you ready? Let's go. Beautiful out today. All right, I'm just pulling up to the car wash.
Thank you for your business. We look forward to seeing you again soon.
Car looks pretty good. So this camera battery is about dead. I need to charge them. So I think we're gonna take a little bit of a break. I'm gonna go inside, make some lunch, whatever. And then we're gonna get cracking on this, I think. Another thing, I know I keep talking about the differential, swapping the diffs and stuff, but I did forget that I need to get different bushings. If I'm gonna pull that one out, I might as well get like the GK Tech bushings or something like that. So I think we're gonna put that on hold. However, I think we're still gonna do the upper control arms here because I do wanna finish out the suspension and round that out. That way the last thing we have to do is the diff. And that'll be that for this project until I get more parts for it. So I'm gonna put this on the charger and I'll see you guys in just a few. All right, so the camera is all charged and it's time to get back to work. I was just inside watching some YouTube, eating some lunch, you know, just relaxing. It's getting to be a little bit windy out. It's a little bit warmer, but it's still pretty nice out. So I think we're gonna get back on this. I have to do the e-brake. So for those of you that don't know, when you're adjusting an e-brake on here, you actually have to take the wheel off and there's a little dial on the inside that you'll turn. So I'm gonna do that, but because this driveway's so steep, I'll probably pull it down right here, we'll jack it up and we'll do one side at a time. So, oh man, he's got spacers, so I gotta take the spacers off too. but no big deal. We're gonna get it handled, so let's do this. All right, and I want to give you guys a little demonstration on the e-brake stuff. Yeah, you guys are gonna learn something. Just because this is like raw and, you know, unedited stuff doesn't mean I'm not gonna teach you guys something. So watch the e-brake. Like, it don't go no more, straight up and down. So that'll be the before. We're gonna get the wheels off, take the spacers off, and adjust it, and then I'll show you the after. Right, so I got the wheel off, I got the spacer off, and I wanted to show you guys. If you guys have ever noticed on a rotor, on a rear rotor, it has this little rubber plug, creates a window. And I don't know if the camera will be able to pick this up. It might not be able to, but in there is a dial that you'll roll forward or backward, and the reason for doing that is the shoes are on the inside here, and if the shoes are too tight, you can't take the rotor off, so you need a way to adjust it. But it's also the way to adjust the e-brake and make it tighter. So that's what I'm about to do on this side, and then we'll go to the other side and do it. What I do is I roll it until I can't roll it anymore, and then I'll try to spin the rotor. If it doesn't spin, I'll back it off like 2 teeth, and that'll be enough for it to spin, and that will be perfectly adjusted. There you go. So that's what the wheel looks like, and if you roll it downwards, it gets tighter. If you roll it upwards, it gets looser. So now I adjusted it. The rotor barely moves. You can spin it, it's just hard with one hand. So I will make sure that I put this little window back in. We're gonna throw the spacer back on, get the wheel on, and then we'll go to the other side and I'll show you the adjustment difference. All right, I'll put this back on, and now I'll be able to show you guys exactly how much this did. All right, car just put back on the ground. This is my video reminder to y'all and to myself: torque the wheels. I don't hit them with a gun. I actually use a torque wrench to torque them, especially when drifting or doing what he does with this car. Taking the wheels on and off all the time will stretch the bolts if you just hit them with a gun. You don't know the torque spec on them. Every gun is different. I don't care if you guys count Ugga-Duggas, but you need to make sure that you torque it. I torque all my wheels no matter what. It's just something that I've learned. That's how broken studs happen. That's how broken wheels happen. That's how wheels fly off. So, all right, let's come around here and show you now how adjusted the e-brake is. Most cars work this way too, so you could probably find it on your car. That's it, that's all I can get. So now we know it'll hold it on a hill, put it in gear, we got nothing to worry about. Actually, we're gonna test that theory because I need to park it back on the driveway until he comes to get it. So yeah, there you go, Lige, you're all taken care of. All right, so no wheel chocks, e-brake's holding fine. So I just called, let him know he can come get the car. So this car's done now. As they say, on to the next. Okay, we're going back inside right now. Hi, baby. Because you guys know what time it is. If you've been watching other videos, you know that 3 o'clock, it's coffee time. So I'm gonna grab some shoes real quick and we are gonna head out and go get a coffee. I'm probably gonna get like, I don't know, they have like a coffee, mocha, boba that I think we're gonna check out today. So I think that's where we're headed, so let's go. Okay, and I got my co-pilot. Ready to go? Don't fall. All right, pulling up to this place close to my house. It's called Peace, Love, and Boba. We're gonna go in here, grab one of these drinks, and head back home. We got our coffee boba. Don't knock it till you try it. For those of you saying, ew, that sounds gross. It's really good, actually. And for those of you who know, you already know. While I'm waiting for people to come get stuff, pick up, drop off, I feel like it's time to chill, relax, and play a little bit of Zelda. All right, so I have to now go see if I can pull some parts and get some stuff for an upcoming event. Well, not event, it's something that I'm gonna be doing later. I'm not gonna tell you all yet. I'll tell you as soon as I know that it's confirmed and something that I'm gonna do 100%. I have actually 2 things that I'm kind of excited to be able to share with you guys, but I don't know if they're gonna go all the way through yet. So once that happens, then I'll be able to tell you. So you guys have pretty much seen how today is going. The girl's on her way home right now, and I don't know if really there's gonna be anything else that goes on today. It might be a short work day, I guess you can say. But yeah, girl's on her way home. I think we're gonna make dinner. I don't know, maybe just hang out, watch a movie, or do something like that. So no more car stuff for today. I was gonna do the upper control arms. I know I keep talking about it, but it's just things keep getting pushed back. And now, like I said, I gotta take off and I gotta go acquire a part. So I think that's gonna wrap it up for today for the raw vlogging at day 4. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I'm loving like having a camera around with me and being able to like show you guys everything that goes on and all that. So anyway, yeah, I gotta get out of here, probably go sit in traffic, but hope you guys are doing well. I hope your week has been well, and you and your family are taking care. And you know what? I will see you in the morning. We'll start the new day. So much love, as always. Peace.